Day 4, we're off to a good start. Got our workout in as planned. Got some groceries. Gonna make some ramen, some homemade ramen tonight. And today in general is just a big day because it's the return of the Fresh Squeeze podcast I do with my brother, and one that's been on hold for probably 5-6 years now. 5 years? 5.5. Felt like 5.5. So really excited to be booting that back up, and it's long overdue. We tried once before, but I think we were just doing too much. And we're really focused on like trying to go viral. And now we're just enjoying the conversations and sharing them with the people who are interested and seeing what happens. Of course, you always want more viewers, you want more subscribers, you want all of those things. But we're just focused on enjoying the process, enjoying talking to each other, reminiscing, and providing value where we can. So we're both really excited about it. And who knows, by the time this drops, it'll probably be close to coming out or might already be out. So make sure you're subbed so you don't miss that, because I'm going to be posting clips on this channel and the full podcast will be over on the channel that we have together. It's called The Off Season. But with that being said, I got some editing to do that I didn't get to yesterday because of the pleasant surprise of preparing for a book event. So I'm going to get on that, and then I have a meeting with my mental coach, Dr. Rosie, and after that it will be time to film the podcast. So like I said, a big day, an exciting day, and I'm glad I get to share it with you. Had a good meeting with Dr. Rosie. And now it's time to get some ingredients that we forgot for the ramen. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be on the phone with my brother. We're going to talk about the last little details that we need to set up the podcast set. And then we're going to get to filming. And I'm going to be completely honest, there's that little ickiness feeling coming up. But just reminding myself by talking to you that this is exciting. Not everybody gets to do a podcast. Not everybody has the time. Not everybody has the resources. Not everybody has the idea. Not everybody is capable of expressing their thoughts in a way that could even be intriguing enough to have a podcast. And even if someone had all those things, they still have to have the courage to put it together. And we have all those things. So that's something to be excited about. No matter if none of y'all watch it or all of you watch it, it's a success. And it's something to be proud about. It's something to continue to be excited about. So we're going to hit this store. I'm going to get on the phone with my brother. We're going to keep it rolling. You know that feeling when you've been meaning to do something for a long time and you've been procrastinating and just pushing it off, and you finally do it and you're just like, yes. My brother and I finally filmed another episode of our podcast, and it's hard to say another episode. So we're calling it the first episode, even though the real ones know it is not the first episode. Got that filmed, and it was a blast, man. It was a blast. The success has already happened. I don't care how the video performs. If there are any comments, any likes, any dislikes, any of that, it was just fun to do, and it just feels great to honor that commitment to yourself. And we did that. There's some editing that needs to be done, of course, but the heavy lifting is done, and the editing part, when you view it the right way, is actually fun because you get to go back and see and remember all the different parts that you forgot. So excited about that. And now I want to show you our signature ramen concoction recipe type of idea. It's not plated yet, but I want to show you a little behind the scenes. Yeah, so we got the broth. And it's steaming. So there's bone broth in here with some chicken fond to make the brew, because we want it to be a little bit of like a recovery type thing as well. So bone broth has many great qualities when it comes to that, especially collagen, great source of collagen. Then we got, of course, our noodles here, the ramen noodles, good noodles, and then the eggs, and you gotta top it with the green onion, man. If you're not topping your ramen with the green onion, I don't know what you're doing. Listen, I know it's not the most aesthetic ramen you've probably ever seen, but boy, we're about to do some damage. And to be real, that's all I got for you today. There are some minor tasks that I still have to do after I'm done, but I got to work out in the morning at 8:30, and it is like 45 minutes away. So I'm gonna call it a wrap on day 4 of documenting and living life like the cameras are watching. What's the one thing you should never forget? The best is yet to come. It's day 5. It is super duper cold outside. This is what it's been looking like pretty much since the new year. 2026 has been very white outside, extremely cold. I've been in Germany now. This is my 7th year living in Germany, and yeah, this is the second coldest winter already. We're only in January, so it's been interesting. It's been cool, I'll say. Yeah, I know. It's corny. It's corny. I get it. But I got to be real with you. Today's been tough. Yesterday, got a lot done. Almost got everything done that I was looking to do. Some minor things. Just wanted to watch a basketball game that I didn't get to. And just some small, like one journaling exercise for my mental coach that I didn't get to. But that's on the slate for today. I have to tell you though, I don't feel the same energy that I felt yesterday. But as soon as I took the camera out to talk to you about my day and how I'm feeling and what else is on the schedule, I feel better. I still feel like I need a nap. The workout this morning was good. It was a really good workout. And I'm glad I did it. It was on-court session, and my rhythm feels good basketball-wise. It was just relatively early in the morning, and having an early morning like that after a day like yesterday, I feel like it's okay. I feel like I have to give myself some grace to feel a little bit, So we got some tunes playing in the kitchen, and just going to have some chill vibes this afternoon. Got practice relatively late tonight, like I did last night, but even later than last night. Or no, last night I had the podcast. The night before last night. So it was late. It was a late practice. Made the bowl. That's right. It's coming back to me now. Late practice, made the bowl, got up in the morning, had a workout, strength and conditioning workout, and then had a full day yesterday and was right back in the gym this morning. And now got a little bit of time to relax a little bit. Might get to a nap. Hopefully if I do decide to take a nap, the nap doesn't take me. Days like this, sometimes it does. It's cold outside. You're nice and cozy inside. It can happen. But yeah, I think this is going to be an important part of this series, is just me talking to you about the honest truth behind all this, because it's going to seem like, oh man, he's getting this done, and he just is motivated the entire time. No. But how do you reset? How do you find your footing again when you feel like this? Because it's easy to label it as I'm getting burnt out, and it's important to decipher between the two. But like I said, me sharing with you automatically reminds me of why I started, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and just gives me that extra little kick that I need to keep doing what I'm doing. It lets me know that what I'm doing is worth it. It's worth the energy. It's worth the time. It's worth the investment. So with all those things being said, I'm going to jump on this laptop, do a little bit of editing, and just keep the vibes chill today. Keep the vibes chill. Keep it pretty relaxed this afternoon. For me, editing can be a little like meditation at times. And it's always cool to just kind of review the videos of me talking and chatting it up, talking with you, especially almost like a little journal entry. That's how I view these little clips that I'm piecing together, and it's always entertaining to see. Especially because I have this kind of subconscious thought or fear sometimes that when I do piece it together, it's not going to make sense, or it's not going to be entertaining to watch, or any of these things. And you might disagree with me, but when I go back and watch it, I'm pleasantly surprised at how well it flows and how engaging it is. Obviously, there are ways to make it more engaging, but for me, what's important is giving you like a raw insight into my thoughts, into what's going on, without peeling back the curtain and just, kind of like keeping up with the Kardashians. You just see my whole life. Just these little tidbits, these little check-ins. I think it's a good system, and I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, you already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss out on any of my posts. That's my shorts, that's podcast clips, that's this series, or any other series that I have on this channel. For example, me following my own advice. That's a series that I started that I'm going to continue doing more than likely this coming week, because this was podcast week, and the podcast week, there's a lot of editing going on. But it's time for me to get into this edit for real and turn the camera off. So I'll catch you on the next check-in. The nap definitely ended up taking me, but I'm gonna have grace with myself. I was able to get some good editing done and start looking at the podcast as well before I took the nap. So no harm done. Obviously, if I were a video game, I controlled myself to take the nap for maybe 30 minutes instead of an hour or a little bit longer. But still on track, still doing things that keep me excited about life. And it only makes it more exciting when I can turn the camera and tell you things didn't go according to plan. I feel like that's almost what you're here to see sometimes. Not that you want to see me fail, but you want to see the ups and downs. And I kind of touched on it earlier. So like I said, no harm done. Time to go to practice. And the roads are a little bit crazy, so I should hit them before it gets too late. So you can probably tell what mode I'm in right now. Full on chill mode. Got home much later than I was expecting to and had a good practice. Was able to knock out some things on the way to and from practice. Was able to make some content right when I got home. Edit that and upload it. But still a few boxes unchecked that I was hoping to get done. And this is something, as a bit of a recovering perfectionist, I just have to continue to work on. Is just giving myself grace to leave boxes unchecked for a day. Because prioritization is understanding also what are you willing to not get done, right? Not just what do you need to get done, but what are you willing to sacrifice? And as long as the understanding is there that you're going to move it up the priority board as you continue to accomplish things and finish tasks and projects and flesh out other ideas or whatever might be on your plate, I think it's 100% okay. And as we get closer to the weekend, we get closer to my basketball game day, and the closer we get to game day, the more and more basketball becomes a priority. So already, the centerpiece, the focal point of my life, but the closer we get to game day, the more rest, recovery, also just mental preparation become important. And yeah, like I said, just become the number one priority. So giving myself grace and understanding and recognizing that I have been able to get a lot of things done today. And there were times in my life where I wouldn't be documenting this. I wouldn't be sitting here having accomplished the things that I did, because I just would have completely thrown everything out of the window. Like I said, recovering perfectionist, and one of the telltale signs of that is when one thing goes south, you throw everything out of the window. Like the day didn't go perfectly, so the whole day is just a wash, and I'll start again tomorrow. And kicking that habit has been a huge turning point in my productivity journey. I'm glad that I've been able to just stay consistent with doing the little things, picking myself back up when things don't go according to plan, because every day something goes unaccording to plan. And that's something I can really be proud about, and something I can share with you. If you're currently feeling perfectionist tendencies, that grace with yourself to say, hey, it's okay to not get everything done that I set out to do. That's not an indictment on who I am. It has nothing to do with my identity. It has more to do with my circumstances. And it's just making tomorrow more exciting. Having the opportunity to go and do not just the tasks of tomorrow, but also clean up and finish the things that were meant for today. It's exciting. It's exciting. It means your life isn't going to be boring. It means you're going to be filled with things, and your day is going to be filled with things that bring you joy. You're going to be able to spend more time doing the things you're meant to be doing, you want to be doing, and you envision yourself doing. And with all of that being said, I still got some work to do on my novel before I enter the nighttime protocol. So I'm going to get to that. And I'm going to end day 5 on that note. But before I do, you already know what I'm about to say. And I sound like an influencer before influencers were alive. Well, I mean, I guess they were alive, but before they were called influencers, I sound like a classic YouTuber from 2007 to 2012 doing an outro. But I don't care, because that's what I grew up on. And that's what you're going to have to deal with if you're on this page. So, without further ado, there's one thing I need you to remember. The best is yet to come. Just real quick, I know I did my YouTuber cringe outro. Well, y'all might think it's cringe. For me, I think it's super cool that I get to live that dream of being a YouTuber. And you're not going to take that from me, all right? But, no, on a serious note, I want to just show you my to-do list. You don't need to read through it. I'm not going to give you a chance to read through it. If you're so interested that you're going to pause the video and do all that, then I mean, be my guest. But yeah, I just want to show you like the boxes being checked, and the amount of boxes being checked, and the boxes that are unchecked. So here you go. It's a lot of blue boxes. That's a lot of blue boxes. Okay, I think we have two that are going to stay unchecked, because one is continuing to work on book 3, and I'm about to do that right now. So yeah, 2 boxes out of a lot. Didn't count the total amount. That's a good percentage for anybody, and I'm okay with being okay for that. I'm okay with being okay with that. There we go. So one more time, most important thing for you to remember is the best is yet to come. Good night and sayonara.